Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. I apologize for how late I'm running today, but it was for good reason. We're going to be talking about, and I have details, we are going to be talking about House panel defies Trump in vote to subpoena the Epstein files. So, basically, the House Oversight Subcommittee has put the subpoenas in motion. Oh, we're going to talk about all this stuff. Okay, so I got details. As much as it's not perfect, but okay, this is progress, so we'll take it. Okay, hello, welcome. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years, and we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. All right. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed. Okay. Today's nails are these fun. They're multicolored, depending on the lighting. They're really fun. And I thought with how hot it's been, that these lovely flower petals with the lovely, droplets of water would be kind of a little refreshing. Okay. So, and I'm using the Pulp Tarot today. I was going to use the regular one, but this spoke to me. Oh, thank you, Acadian Proud. Thank you so much. Oh, is it your birthday? Thank you, and happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. All right. Brandon says, I was going to get my nails done later and needed some inspiration. I don't know if it's easier to see from up here. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay. We're going to go into today's top story. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Oh, boy. Oh, poor Speaker Mikey. He hates everything, the heretic that he is. So, Mikey said, we need to do something so we don't have to vote on that whole Epstein thing, blah, blah, blah. Go home, everybody, go home. Yeah, well, the subcommittees don't necessarily, the floor adjourned for right now, if they've even done that. I think they actually changed the ruling, so I don't even know if the House can actually adjourn at this point, because it would allow Democrats something. So anyway, but they're go home. The subcommittees are like, no, we're right here. So the House Oversight Committee, specifically last night, obtained Dems in the House Oversight Committee scored a big win by attaining enough votes to subpoena all of the Epstein files from the DOJ. Okay, they had to give up some stupid stuff to do it. Like, well, we're gonna have to subpoena the Clintons. Whatever, who cares? And frankly, if they have actual if they have actual evidence against Bill Clinton, put him in prison. I'm sick. I don't. This is not, to me, this is not it is not partisan that to anyone who was involved needs to be in prison. That's anyway. Raymond says the Democrats have requested in most committees they are on the Epstein files. Okay, well, that's good. Well, it worked last night, finally. Thank you, Ms. Gibson. I'm so tired of the clown show. I'm just happy for some progress. So this next 6 weeks is not going to be just a dud. Now, before we get our hopes up too high, Okay, so here's what we know. Don't eat my plant. Don't do it. I'm going to poke you with my little finger. Go poke. Poke. All right, so here's what we know. We don't know the exact verbiage that they voted on. That hasn't been released yet. Oh, sorry. CC Ryder has a link in the chat. House Oversight Committee subpoena DOJ Epstein files. Subpoena to be issued in the future. True. Pardon me. Don't eat my plant. Don't eat my plant. Don't eat my plant. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right. So the motion introduced by Representative Summer Lee calls for the full unredacted release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Okay. Unredacted with an exception. We'll get into that. All right. To the House Oversight Subcommittee on Federal Law Enforcement, it specifically orders the Department of Justice to provide these files to the subcommittee with no redactions other than the legally mandated protection of victim identities, which kind of gives Pam Bondi an opportunity to play melted toddler. Oh, I'll get around to it's so hard doing the redactions. It's taking so long. I know it's just so difficult that I can't give those to you quickly. Yeah, okay, she's going to do a certain amount of that. Melted toddler. The scope includes all investigative records from the DOJ's trafficking investigation into Epstein, including any communications involving DOJ officials and former administrations. That's one of the things they had to give. And who cares? Republicans successfully amended the motion to include references to communications with President Biden and his DOJ officials. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody. Do I still have that up here? I don't think I do. Oh, yes, I do. Here we go. Okay, here we go. There's. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Okay. Yeah. All right. So. Yes, dear. House Subcommittee passes Representative Summer Lee's motion to subpoena Epstein files, the full unredacted release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. The files must be released to the House Oversight Subcommittee on the Department of Justice. Fully unredacted with minimal necessary exceptions to protect victim identities and inclusive of any Biden-era communications. Nobody cares. Timeline. Hello, dear. So last night, July 23rd, 2025, the subcommittee voted to subpoena the DOJ by an 8-2 margin. That's a big deal. Hi. Representative Clay Higgins, a Republican from Louisiana, confirmed the drafting was underway, but emphasized that no timeline was provided yet for when the subpoena would be formally issued. The DOJ response: once officially issued, the DOJ typically has days to weeks to respond. However, given the broad scope and political sensitivity, including potential grand jury materials, the response could take weeks or months. But by starting it now, we don't have 6 weeks of dead space in front of us. DOJ is simultaneously pursuing court-based motions to unseal Epstein grand jury transcripts in New York. I'm pretty sure, didn't a judge already just say no? No, thank you, Mary. So concurrently, last night, the other thing they voted for, the full Oversight Committee has already subpoenaed Ghislaine Maxwell for an in-person testimony scheduled for August 11th in Tallahassee. So I guess they're going to go down to Tallahassee, which makes you wonder what Bondi and whatnot are going to do about trying to give this woman. And the thing is that if she gets a pardon, yes, she could be forced to she can't plead the fifth, so she could talk about some things. But we know from experience that getting in front of Congress does not guarantee that people are going to tell the truth or tell the whole truth. And if Trump just commutes her sentence, that's going to be more difficult. So, but anyway, we're now looking at August 11th for a potential full Oversight Committee in-person testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell. And yes, I call her Ghislaine. I don't believe the same rules apply if he commutes her sentence, Amy. So River Mistface says, you in danger, girl. House recess timing. The House began its summer recess early, now extending until September 2nd, 2025, to sidestep a floor vote. This suggests committee-driven subpoena work, including draft review and DOJ follow-up, will continue in the background during recess. So, while there's no firm public release date yet, the subpoena hasn't been officially issued, and the DOJ timelines for document production are not disclosed. So we don't know if maybe there is maybe she is limited in playing melted toddler. We'll see, because all the details of what they voted on are not yet public. This was last night. I mean, this is piping hot. So, but expect several weeks or months before any materials are handed over. Watch for procedural updates especially when Maxwell testifies August 11th. So, where to start? Okay. Sorry, quite that. At 13 minutes in. Where to start? Okay. I'm just going to say, is this going to make a difference? Is this going to become a thing? I mean, I know they're going to drag their feet, but... Oh, Janet, I'm glad you like the flowers. Thank you. Dave says if he commutes her sentence, she can still plead the fifth. And with a pardon, she would have to answer the questions. Yeah. I don't see how he's not going to commute her sentence. I really don't, but... C. Ryder says that the judge in Florida blocked the release of the grand jury records. However, DeSantis passed Law HB 117. Oh, okay. We'll wait for your next message. C. Ryder always has the good legal information. So, will this make a difference? Oh, okay. We're doing an overloaded Celtic. That's what it feels like. All right, there. Passing through. Good. This is going to make a difference. The subcommittee for oversight, the Oversight Committee, Hi. He's like, what's this? This might not be a good time, sweetheart. Oh, the precious. Yes, he is the precious. But okay. Boom. There you go. Oh yeah, she's gonna drag her feet. We know that. All right. Well, I mean, Mikey's plan didn't exactly. Okay. So Susan says, "What law HB 117?" I'm not sure. Did CC Ryder add more? I don't think I might have missed it, but well, I mean, Mikey had his. There are people. Okay, card for the reading. There are people saying this information there needs to be some form of justice here. This cannot just go against old Dumpy silhouetted in the background, like, no, don't do anything, don't say anything. Hi. This isn't a good time, my sweet. Here, hang out there for a minute. So at the center, oh, surprise. At the center of the reading is secrets. Yeah. At the base of this reading is they have been giving too much to people while they've been getting too much to the people who are responsible, while all these sleepless nights and stress and strain on victims has been going on. That's the base of this. That's the root of this. Hanging above this is all of the pain that was caused. I mean, those are pretty much the three most painful cards the two most painful cards in the deck. So, home environment, Mikey, Dumpy, this far right communication, trying to quiet things down. CC Ryder said DeSantis signs bill on Epstein grand jury records. 4 conditions must be met to release the records. Thank you. Hopes and fears is just this whole aggressive law enforcement or oversight, at least. We are seeing the Democrats actively working. So this is good. This shows, okay, let's do it. They're shows the Democrats. The challenge is bringing all of this stuff to light. So, near future, feet dragging. And this would be time. Nothing here is going to move fast. However, this is kind of the Wheel of Fortune is kind of a mixed bag when it comes to, because it can be time, but it can also be with time, if you act, if you act in a good way, maybe you get rewarded. And if you don't, then things get worse and worse and worse for you. Final outcome, Page of Swords. We know she's gonna drag her feet, but there's the country. We're not going away. We're not stopping, pushing for this. And it ends with the full burden. Heavily, heavily burdened. So what the cards are saying right here is, oh, they're going to get stuff, but it's going to take some time. But when they do, oh, wow. Raymond says, so the list doesn't exist and they voted against releasing it. Kind of. All right. So this is positive. Is this going to turn into big committee? Oh, there you go, CC Ryder. Due to not meet the standards for release, judges looked at this, which allowed to transfer other files. Thank you, CC Ryder. Well, source says one at a time is still progress. Yeah. So is this, are there going to be hearings? Is there, other than just trying to drag the Clintons in without evidence? And like I said many times, if I don't care who's involved, if you have evidence of any actual wrongdoing by any of these people, throw the book at them. Seriously. I don't care who they are. So, but will the Republicans turn this into a Democrat only bashing? That's the other worry. Four of Pentacles. That's a day late and $1 short. Okay. The plan has not been working well because we're still talking about this. Knight of Wands. So aggressive movement. Sorry. Very aggressive movement there. Hermit. They're talking about possibly subpoenaing Mueller. Mueller, my understanding is Mueller has dementia. I don't think that's going to... Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Justice card. Well, I don't have the King of Cups here. So... with the Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, the Republicans will try to make this... it's a Democratic thing, but this thing's heading toward justice, which I like. Three more cards on this, and then will men be held accountable who actually did these awful things? Because frankly, victims have been been giving names and saying quite a bit, and they've just been ignored. Just wrong. Tower. Yeah, this could do a whole lot of damage to the higher ups. Let's put it that way. Nine of Cups. That's my card of evidence. Ace of Pentacles. There's always follow the money. And Eight of Cups. Republicans, maybe it's wishful thinking, but what this card is the person in red walking away with something here left unfinished. As in, you get enough evidence and you follow the money, and then Republicans suddenly realize, oh, so maybe we don't want to keep talking about this. Dave says it's no secret that Bill Clinton was a horn dog. That is true. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and defend him. There's evidence. Yeah, and Andrew. Ugh. Yeah, Hal Sparks has talked about some really interesting, creative things that he would do to anyone who messed with his kid. Usually involves a cement block and a vegetable peeler. Can't really blame him for that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to wipe this off so it doesn't drip on my cards. I just, yeah. Raymond says, House Sparks is hilarious. Yes, he is. So, 25, in the year 2525, which is when Pam Bondi will plan on releasing this information. In the year 2525. What will we learn? Will there, I don't think it's just a what will we learn is going to cut it. I think it's will the men who were involved finally be held responsible? And saying that, oh, the statute of limitations has run out. In is it 22 states, there is no statute of limitations on child abuse. Let's put it that way. I have to be careful on YouTube. Chris Cole says, happy intense Sun and Moon opposite Pluto and Aquarius day, folks. Absolutely. And Mercury is in retrograde. It is retrograde in Leo. So all the hidden stuff about the autocrats and the muckety mucks just whoosh coming out. Will men be held accountable? Will the perpetrators, those men who took part? I mean, it'd be nice if we just hold accountable, even the again, listen to the victims. Women have not been listened to, and that's infuriating. Out in the cold. Theft. Just breaking the law. Four of Pentacles. No excuse. There's no excuse. None. Zero. Eight of Pentacles. They're oh, no wonder I was drawn to this deck today. They're for nefarious purposes. That woman's being lied to. He's not painting her. He's just making a simple design so he can ogle the naked. He can get in the room with the naked woman. And he's done it before. Yeah. Very bright light. And we might find some men who suddenly find an interesting place to live overseas. There could be, at the very least, there could be some extreme shunning. And that is the minimum of what they deserve. So, Joyce Matthews says, I saw a woman holding a protest sign that said that this wouldn't happen if you just believed women. Absolutely. So, okay, so, oh, where was it? I might go straight down to this question. There was an article in Raw Story. This is what we do, News with Friends. We go through the news together so you don't have to go through it alone. Because some of this stuff is kind of harrowing. All right. Where is the article in here? No, it's not. That was the thing about those files. So the link, let me go to Raw Story. And at 30 minutes in, let's have a look at President Dumpster Fire's state of mind, because, yeah. Trump overheard in vulgar Oval Office panic over Epstein. Links in the description box. President Donald Trump, this is from Raw Story. President Donald Trump is reportedly in full panic mode, using profanity during a heated Oval Office moment as pressure mounts over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Trump reportedly said, "They're going to accuse me of some funny business." No, we're not going to accuse you of funny business. We're going to accuse you of having more than 4,000 monetary transactions with Epstein, being his best buddy for decades, knowing what he was doing, covering it up, and possibly listening to the victim who was willing to come forward and say what you did to her at the age of 13. But go on. We're not going to accuse you of funny business at all. So, the Republican who was the source went on to say that Trump maintained his distance from criminal behavior of Epstein. But Trump was overheard complaining that they're going to blank me anyways. Yeah. This is kind of like, I don't know if you've seen, there's a video on YouTube. What was his name? I can't remember who it's, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it is, but this person does body language, and they were looking at Ghislaine's interview in prison, and she just looks so uncomfortable. She just looks so uncomfortable. It's like, you mean being held accountable for what she did? How do you think those girls felt after what she did? This woman deserves zero empathy. I'm a Cancer moon. You know me. If there's a bleeding heart around here, and no. So they're going to blank me anyways. You mean like those victims? Please. Anyway, Trump has struggled to control the narrative. He says Cancer moon here too. His past relationship has been under heightened scrutiny in recent weeks. Okay. Is there anything else here? Tactics. Yeah, despite Trump employing a number of tactics critics have labeled as distractions, including blah, 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 none have seemed to land with his base or quell dissent among his own party. The fallout over the Epstein's been so severe, the Trump administration officials have reportedly been prohibited from even speaking of Epstein. So yes, Lewis, Epstein. Okay, so Trump overheard a vulgar Oval Office panic. Oh yes, because you're so innocent. Who believes that? Show of hands. Anybody? Bueller? Todd Blanche. Oh, these are some other headlines as I'm shuffling. Todd Blanche risks being played after Ghislaine Maxwell experts fired at the DOJ. Yeah. So how you doing, Dumpy? Are the walls closing in? He's mad. He can't change. He can't get everybody to conform to what he wants. He's gotten away with it for decades. He has almost never been held accountable. And he's not able to shift the blame. This talk that was in the news about, the Wall Street Journal release of that gross poem drawing card, whatever that thing was, it has actually just united the right against the Democrats. The source for all of those was Steve Bannon, who made it up. So, how you doing? The overlords should not be questioned. Yeah, he's afraid of a mob. He's afraid of being strung up by his heel. 5 of Swords, adding insult to injury. Yeah, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Just deflect, distract. Wait, you're supposed to be paying attention to my deflection and distraction. 3 of Wands. Well, come on. Queen of Swords. Oh, so the committees are even moving forward. And you know how this ends with the committees moving forward? Tower card. Yeah. Guess what, Dumpy? This ain't going away. This is not going away. Good. Now, next question has to be about melted toddler 37. 37, melted toddler Bondi. Save. So what are they going to do over there? Just drag it out and drag it out. Am I correct in there are a number of people who are calling Tulsi Gabbard skunkhead? Something like that? I actually think the hair is kind of cool, but she's not. So thank you, Julie. All right, Bondi. You gonna get away with protecting Trump at all costs? If they commute Maxwell's sentence. Oh, fuego. Woodpile Witch says, when I think of Bondi, when I think of that woman, I hear hissing. Tara says, I have a white stripe in my hair. I prefer to compare myself to Rogue. That's very cool. Steve. Okay, a CC writer says, Steve Bannon's secret Epstein videos, the tale of the tapes. Epstein paid Bannon to rehabilitate his image. Yeah, I believe it's John Fugelsang who called Bannon Pigpen the Hut. Yeah. Stevie Three Shirts can go take several seats. Bondi, hey. How you doing, girl? Funny how there's a female in every one of these cards. Except for this, with a card for the reading, I think she knows that, let's just say her boss, this would not come out of this well. Beth A says, I think I'm ready for some overpriced chocolate. Yes. You are absolutely spot on in the modern world. Secrets. 7 of Pentacles. All the stuff. Not to mention, thanks for doing all of that work for the Excel file that lists all the mentions of Trump. Okay, thanks. We'll take that too. Yeah. Thanks for doing that. Makes our job so much easier. 9 of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. It's sitting pretty. Out in the cold. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, she's playing games here, and she thinks she's in a position to play games. So is she going to be able to successfully block this stuff? Is she going to... I mean, we don't want to have to wait a year and a half, but they can't drag this out forever, and it's not going away. Ideas on the flow. Thank you so much. Thanks for helping the channel. I really appreciate it. He's half the file. As far as anybody knows, Raymond says no one plays the victim better than the one who caused the damage. Ding, 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 ding. Bondi. So, are you going to successfully block this, or just going to come back around to bite you? Interesting. All right, this is some bright light. That's a card for the reading. Some bright light. Beth A's asking, are there ketchup stains on those files? Bright light on this, which is what we want. Bright, well, right behind that are the files she has. Bright light on the files. Okay, here's the thing. If she hands this stuff over, I've got a death card. I've got a Wheel of Fortune in the middle. Entertainment only, YouTube. So Queen of Swords, well, I'll do something. And she's kind of looking for a way out of... Oh, Mr. Dill, thank you so much. Thank you. Really helps. Yeah, what she has looks really bad. So yeah, again, you can try to drag your feet, but you know, that's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And this will be easier. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but this whole Wheel of Fortune you go through in life will be easier. She's not doing that. But this is scrambling. This is running out of ideas. Anybody have any other ideas? So we can do something, blah, blah, blah. It's bad. It's really bad. That's what the cards are saying, the energy's saying. Lois says Bondi is covered for Trump for more than a decade. True. True, 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 true. CC Ryder is wise. Oh, CC Ryder, speaking of that, she's going to be under pressure. Do you remember the stories about when Trump's casinos were going under? And he and the people around him were, let's just say, cooking the books. Giving them a nice roast on the spit. They went to one of the managers of the casino and said, you need to sign off on these numbers. And he said, no, that's not true. And so he got summoned to Dumpy's office, who said, those numbers need to be signed. And he said, no. She's under enormous pressure to do something drastic for certain things to go missing, to obfuscate. There is panic from Trump and those who are clinging to power because of Trump. Enormous pressure. So that leads to what CC Ryder was talking about. And at 45, will evidence be lost or forgotten, something similar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whew. Jacob, hello. Jake. Hello, Jake. Thanks for showing up every day. Thank you for being here. It's a big difference. Yeah, I agree also. We're not really sympathetic to her. Okay, so is evidence going to go to get lost? Oh, take care. Take care, Louis. It's going to be lost, forgotten. Oopsies. There's more of a deflection, the kind of things that Republicans have been doing for a while. But Democrats, I mean, seriously, credit to the Democrats in Congress who got this far, who've been fighting the good fight. Bless them. Big ol' death card. This is very, very serious. There's evidence right there. Big chunk of it. Chariot. Big parade, floats, big showy thing. So this, give me more information about this. Again, this is saying that the actual information is just awful. Showy thing. What is this? I think get some clarification on that center card. Is that just... Please tell me that's not some things just suddenly kind of floating away in the night. Thank you, Beth. Thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Oh, actually, what I'm getting is somebody might be caught. How you doing, Precious? How you doing? Oh, okay. So, are they going to try to play games? We know they're going to try to play games. But Democrats are very much on this. Yeah, Raymond. I will defend my country against all enemies, both foreign and Rethuglican. Things to light. Again, this. And that's a thief card. Being careful of like the subpoenas that go out. Being careful about that. But the obfuscation leads to justice. King of Swords, that's usually some kind of prosecutor. So they may try hiding something. But what I know it's sometimes hard to believe, but what I'm getting from the cards is Democrats will not let go of this. They won't. They want all of that information. But they may have to go to court at some point to pry it out of their hands. How you doing? Oh, precious. You're a very good boy. Okay. Having a quick look. Oh boy, we even need to look at this. 51 minutes. Hi. Terry had a really good question. 51. Will Ghislaine tell the truth when meeting with the Justice Department officials today, or protect Dumpy in order to get a pardon? I don't know. If you'll forgive me, Terry, I'm gonna change that question slightly, because she doesn't have to lie to Bondi. She doesn't have to lie to Blanche. She doesn't have to lie to these people. In fact, she can hint or flat out say things to get what she wants. She's not going to try to pull a fast one on them. If she has leverage, she's going to use it. Joanne says, this may be a topic for a different time, but where the heck were the parents of these victims? Absent. Absent. A lot of these girls were on their own. Parents who didn't care about them. Broken families. Absent parents, absent fathers. They're people who were brought in from other countries. There was some of that too. Heck, there are instances where, someone's who I forget. Oh, where did I even hear it? It was so sad. It was basically some grandmother from somewhere in Eastern Europe, whatever. She was just flat out selling her granddaughter. I mean, it's just disgusting. So, but there's a good kitty, a little soft, warm kitty. Let's have a quick look at. Hi. Let's have a quick look at the ghoul and what's going to happen. They're going to commute her sentence. They're going to give her a pardon. What are they going to do? They should not. I think it's a travesty. She only got 20 years. Yes, I do. I think that's just a travesty. I understand. I try not to talk too much about this kind of stuff because I can't. I'll just cry. So what is she going to do? She wants the best deal she can get. And the fact that she's in prison is completely unacceptable to her. There is, we've already talked about too much heinousness, but the fact is that the word entitlement doesn't even begin to cover her mindset. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And she's going to, there's a decision. She's hemmed in. And she knows all about the parties. And while they might say, well, yeah, you talk about that, you're going to be held accountable. No, not really, because she could get She could go to Congress. She could get certain kinds of immunity. I know, this is nasty stuff. This is nasty stuff. No. I'm crying. Raymond says Ghislaine wants out of prison. Oh, heck yeah. They've already moved her out of the snake pit. She's in the honor section. They gave her a job in the law library. And she has guards who walk her to and from her job to keep her safe. She's already been moved to better housing. Oh, he's a good boy. His energy is so lovely. So what's going to happen with that ickiness? What's going to happen with that ickiness? What are they going to? They're going to offer her a commutation or pardon or something, so she ends up back in France. Yeah, she's demanding you make a legal decision there, buddy. As long as she's willing to, what? Who? Little selective, little delusion, little selective memory there. When the heat comes, the spotlight comes, and then, yeah, sure. If you use your major arcana energy of resources to do something for her. He's a good boy. One more question. One more question. You're sweetie. So is she headed back overseas? Sassy Cat says Maxwell is horrible, unhuman, doesn't deserve anything. TC Ryder says, I suspect Trump won't pardon her because of the high-profile GOP donors. Maybe a reduced sentence, but no pardon. Well, it would be all I'd have to do is commute her sentence, and she could be back out there doing what she does. Oh. They might actually be dumb enough to do something like this. Yes, they might be dumb enough to do something like this. Because I have what Trump would consider a victory. There's a strength card. She's in a position of strength. And somebody's going to be held accountable. Do you have any idea how angry his base would be? Yeah, this is... okay, so what we've figured out today, what we've seen in the news, and what we've figured out today is that this is not going away. It really isn't. It's not going away at all. So that's good. And they may try various bits of shenaniganery, but this is going to go kaboom in Dumpy's face. Because don't forget, even Murdoch is like, maybe we've had enough of you. It's okay. It's okay. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not, well, will everything be known? It'll take a long time, but there's a prosecutorial decision. 3 of Cups in the world. Yeah, good luck. So take heart. Take heart. All right. Claudia says, will she tell all? To whom is really the question. And we could look at that tomorrow. All right. Are we done? Are we done? We've been on for an hour. Yes, I started late. Sorry about that. But I wanted to get as much good information about this as possible. So, yeah, we should not rely on anything that Maxwell says anyway. So, all right. It is 1:23 p.m. here in Chicago. 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Saturday night is our monthly Patreon get-together. You can come on screen. You can put faces to names. I can have up to 9 people with me on screen, and we talk directly to each other and have discussions, and it's always a lot of fun. So link to Patreon is in the description. I think you will be pleased with how inexpensive it is. Or you can stay in the chat and just take part that way. So that's Saturday night. Other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow, like I am, and have been every single day for over 5.5 years. So thank you. We're getting up near 2,500 videos on the channel. I've done this a few times because of you. So thank you for making this possible. Please remember you're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. So hang in there. Take heart. All right? And I'll see you later. I have no idea how I'm going to reach up and turn off the stream. Because he's on both of my arms. Here, I can move this. Okay, now I can do the touch screen. All right. Thank you. Take care. I'll see you later.